Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. I'm using a deck that I haven't used in a really long time. It's the Goddess Guidance Oracle Cards by Doreen Wed-Thu. And yeah, I haven't used this deck in a long time, and I haven't actually used oracle cards in a long time, so I thought I would branch out with this deck. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. Each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week. And my intention with this reading, as always, is to get kind of a snapshot, kind of an overview of the week ahead and some of the energies and possibilities that will be coming our way this week. All right, so let's begin with the first card, which is for Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. All right, so I know my lighting is really low. It's late at night. It's really dark, and I'm going to read the card to you because you might not be able to see it. So we have Sekhmet. Her message is be strong. This is the card for the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday. And the message at the bottom of the card says, you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. All right. This actually makes me think of the strength card in like a traditional tarot deck. And the beginning of the week is a time to get in touch with your inner resiliency, your inner strength. It's a time to really see yourself as strong, regardless of what's happening in your life. This is a time to really hold a vision of yourself as being, strong and immovable, but to remember that strength doesn't always have to look a certain way. Like, we get kind of stuck in a rut with what we think strength is and what a strong person is supposed to be and how they're supposed to act and how they're supposed to feel. Being a strong person doesn't mean always being solid and stable. It doesn't mean you always have to be sure of yourself or confident or unwavering. It's really about consistency. It's about sticking with things, showing up, being consistent, even when you don't want to, even when you're having a bad day. That's what being kind of resilient, that's part of what being resilient is. It's also about knowing when to be flexible. So this is another thing to keep in mind as we enter this week, is being strong isn't the same as getting your way or being stubborn. You need to know when to bend, when to be soft, when to yield, when to bend, and when to dig your heels in and really stand your ground. And that's where the sense of kind of wisdom comes in, is knowing when to do that and when to do the opposite. So then as we move through, one more thing I want to say is, the beginning of the week kind of sets the tone for the rest of the week. So if you're able to find your inner strength at the beginning of the week, that really sets you up for success moving into the week. So let's look at card number 2. This is for the middle of the week, so kind of like Wednesday, Thursday. All right, and here we have Coventina. Her keyword is purification. And the message in the bottom of this card is, hold on, I'm having a hard time reading it because I'm trying to read in the candlelight. Okay, it is time for a cleansing. It is, hold on, I have to get closer. It is time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. Okay. So middle of the week, detox. This is a good time to detox. And the card says your body and your mind. Purification. Okay, so what I think of when I see this card, actually this reminds me a little bit of the Temperance card in the tarot. See, this is what I do whenever I read with Oracle. I look at the cards and I'm like, okay, what tarot card would this be? What tarot card does this most closely resemble? All right, so cleansing, purification, detoxing. What does that mean to you? Midweek is a time to release some things, to let go, purify yourself, purify your energy field. I love having salt baths. I feel like that is a wonderful way to like reset my energy, reset my body, is to soak in a hot bath with, Epsom salts and some essential oils and some candlelight. That's one of my favorite ways to really cleanse. Also, drinking lots of fresh water this week and cleansing your mind. What kinds of, if you think about toxins, mental toxins, what kinds of mental toxins do you have floating around in there? And what does purifying your mind look like? Is it meditation for you? Is it some breathing? Is it, maybe going unplugged for a weekend, getting outside, doing whatever you have to do to allow your body and your mind to reset midweek? Let's look at the last card. This is the card for the weekend, and we've got Ostara, and her keyword is fertility. And the message on the bottom of this card is, it is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. All right. So, end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is so interesting that this has come after the purification. It's like you've got to cleanse and clear and purify before you can bring in something new. Another thing I want to say, I'm kind of moving back to the middle card now. Another way to cleanse and purify is cleansing and purifying your space as well. Not just your mind and body, but the space that you live in, or the space even that you work in. And cleansing it whatever way it feels good for you. That could be cleansing it with sage. It could mean opening some windows, getting some fresh air, clearing clutter, getting rid of, piles of, like I've got piles of note paper and receipts and crap like that on my desk. So I'm going to be clearing all that out this week. Hopefully, if I remember to. Okay, so then moving to the weekend, we have Ostara and all about fertility and starting new projects, giving birth to something, bringing something forward. So the weekend is a good time to be creative, and if there's a project that's calling to you, this is a nice time to start that project, to dive into a new project, and really think also about, what do you want to create? And you could ask yourself, what do I want to create this year? Or you could ask yourself, what do I want to create this month? I feel like that to me feels more manageable. Or even, what do I want to create this week? What do I want to make manifest? What do I want to bring into my life this week? And what needs to happen for you to do that? Okay, let's look at all three of these cards together. This is a week where it's interesting. The beginning of the week is asking you to see yourself as being strong and resilient and capable, and really honoring yourself, honoring your boundaries as well, and honoring yourself as a strong individual. And then as you move into the week, it's time to kind of clear clutter, to purify yourself, and spend some time detoxing your mind, detoxing your body. And that in return kind of clears the way. It's almost like once that happens, once you kind of clear your mind, you make a space for some new ideas to come forward. And when those new ideas and inspiration come forward, it's so beautiful to be able to honor those things by creating something, by even if it's just writing your ideas down. That's kind of the first step to creating something, writing it down. yeah, so that's what I'm getting for this week. I'm just going to look at all 3 cards and see if there's any symbols that are coming out in the reading. I apologize for the dim lighting. I kind of like it. It's sort of like, it's kind of atmospheric. I kind of like it, but it's hard to see the details on the card. I was kind of lazy today, and I kept putting off doing this reading till the end of the day, and it's too dark right now. Okay, so I'm not seeing any repeating symbols, but I invite you to look at these cards and feel free to share any insights that you have with the cards if you're seeing something different. It seems like a fun week, so I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. You can learn more about card reading on my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I'll put the link just below the video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week.